Yes, good afternoon. M0GFN with the next part of the video on my 20 metre, 40 metre transceiver project. As you can see, I've got the transceiver, or the receiver section at least anyway, in a tin now. It's just an old shortbread tin. Tuning, gain, and I've managed to add an S meter. Spent a disproportionate amount of time getting an S meter that behaved as an S meter should without resorting to logarithmic amps and other fancy circuitry, but it works well anyway. It works well. Right, so just to recap, if you remember on the last part of the presentation, I had something working. What I've done is I've changed the gain distribution in the receiver. The product detector was, or could be, slightly overloaded on S9 plus 30 signals, so I've reduced the gain of that, and I have added a, if you can see it, out of focus. Definitely out of focus. I've added a there, you can just see it. I've added a dual, I think it's a 358 op amp, low noise op amp. That boosts the gain, and because it has a much larger signal swing, almost up to the 12 volt and almost down to 0 volt, it gives us a little bit more dynamic range. So I've made up the lost amplification from the product detector and a bit more, and it just gives it that little bit more dynamic range. The compression point is not, it's not absolutely marvellous, but it'll certainly take a couple of millivolts in without overload, and it'll certainly resolve microvolt signals. Second part of the op amp, I've used a couple of Zener diodes to form a clipper, and this gives us quite a good quite a good similar response to a logarithmic response, so that the S meter behaves as an S meter with the response being compressed with larger signals. The other thing that I did was I had a bridge tied load, little power amplifier, I think it was a TDA 7052AT, and I found that amplifier tended to distort and misbehave when run on 12 volts. It's fine on 6, but it didn't like 12. So I put one of the 8-pin dual inline package LM380 1 watt amplifier, either 1 or 2 watt amplifiers in there, and that behaves perfectly. The S meter got a little green LED above it, because obviously it's got a glow green in the dark. So what I'll do is this weekend it's what's the date, Karen? What's the date? 27th? It's the 29th today, and there's a big SSB contest on. So I'll just, oh, I am zoomed out. I'll just power it up. Just run it off a 12 volt gel cell, and I'll just step. Right. The moment I'm on 40 meters. Here, there's plenty of gain there. Bit of band noise today.
Well, 591058. I repeat, 591058.
1058, thank you.
Okay, good luck to the contest.
I put the lid on.
After Rocky, 29. The new stuff now then.
The band noise is suddenly increased.
And well, let me just see, I'm not far off it now. It'd be interesting reading actually. So if I can, yes.
Right, I'll just change over to
yeah, I've got it.
20 meters. Hopefully it's a bit quieter.
Golf Hotel, Chico Nola, North 3230. Okay, Romeo Alpha 9 Lima Tango, you're 591669.
As you can hear, there's plenty of
Thank you,
gain
Sugar
there.
590 India Alpha Romeo United.
It's about a S9.
Papa Echo 1, Fox Tango Victor 591670.
The fact that it doesn't have any AGC in, it doesn't seem to be too much of a
India
problem.
Alpha Romeo United. Mexico 9 kilowatt contact. Delta Mike 9 kilo, Delta Mexico 9 kilowatt contact. Alpha Ocean Lima 9 America contact. City contest, Ocean Lima 9 Alpha Ocean Lima 9 America contest. City contest, Ocean Lima 9 Alpha Ocean Lima 9 America contest. Kilo Delta Mexico 9 kilowatt contest. Romeo United. Ticket contest, Sugar 590 India Alpha Romeo United. Ticket contest.
As you can hear, there's plenty of gain there now. So
Romeo United.
it's
Ticket contest, Sugar 590 India Alpha Romeo United. QSL, thank you. QSL, the Yankee Tokyo 102.
2375. Deal 5 down 044.
Okay, 044, thank you. Alpha 7 Bravo 6. Alpha 71 Bravo 6. Alpha 7
I'll just turn the gain down there. All the way through I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. I've already developed a few elements for the transmit side, but I don't want to turn it into a switching nightmare. That's what you can end up with. So it's probably going to be a combination of using chokes to separate out the RF and the EF functions in parts of the circuitry, and pin diodes or either push relays. So just one more. It's a bit. As I say, I have left it for 15-20 minutes on one station. It doesn't drift, so the tuning's quite sharp. So obviously I'm just covering the whole of the bands with one 10-turn pot. But I quite like a fast tune. I hate winding and winding and winding just to get a station tuned in.
Second 7 Delta X-ray. Japan Radio 3 India Radio 595026. Contest. Secure contest, Lima 09 Whiskey. Lima 09 Whiskey contest.
As you can hear, there's plenty of stations on there, but it doesn't seem to be desensing the radio at all. It's on a full-sized resonant antenna, both for 40 metres and 20 metres. See if there's any CW. There we go. When I get something sorted out with the transmit side, when I get half a watt out of it, I'll post another video. Thanks very much. M0GFN.